Oh shit. Wonder what we're gonna have. Come on, Bungo! I guess we technically still have 11 minutes, so. Technically. Where is my... Oh yeah, I forgot I closed it, bro. Actually, I can't do that on here. Whoops. It's just going up. Actually, fuck it. Until then, I guess I can do this. There we go. Oh my gosh. These next few minutes to just like go by super quick, dude. I'm so ready. 2 hours before reset, basically. And that's supposing we'll be able to even freaking hop on at reset if they don't have like thousands of freaking server issues. Bro, it's so weird. I hear like a ticking sound, dude. What the hell? But that's not me. This is fucking it's their stream! Oh!
Okay, this is really going to date me. I remember playing Pathways into Darkness back in 1993 on my original Mac, and that game was phenomenal. Then Marathon. Oh, I would troll the AOL message boards for the news of the release of the demo, and I tried to download that demo on a 14.4 modem with people picking up the phone. It took forever. Marathon 2 and Marathon Infinity. The best title music in Marathon 2 and Marathon Infinity. I would take pictures of my Star Wars figures and put them into the game using Forge and Anvil.
Hold up. I really don't want to listen to that ticking this entire time. It's bothering the shit out of me. It's on this one too. God damn. What the hell? Hold up, let me check something else out.
To my left, a little bit more to my left.
Hey,
What is this?
what should my loadout be?
I can hear it in his stream too, bro. What the hell is that? That's so weird. That's so weird. There's nothing I can do about that shit then. What the hell? How can I hear it in all these yeah, oh my gosh. Hold on, let me see.
He didn't really tweet anything information to him, but he's just congratulating the team, which is pretty awesome.
That can't just be me. Like, other people have to be noticing that shit. Noticing that shit.
30 years of creating the games that we love, the games that I've grown up playing throughout my childhood, teenage years, and also my adult life. From the OGs, or my OGs, games I started on, the Halo 2s and the Halo 3s, winning championships in these games, from the collectibles and Reach. Amazing, amazing artmanship, craftsmanship, designing, coding, all these tireless hours you guys have put in to create these worlds.
We need to get back to the city. It isn't safe here.
From the Destiny 1
sanitary.
and all of the lore that you started with. More collectibles, all the way to Destiny 2.
From EGM giving Combat Evolved Game of the Month and Perfect 10s to LAN parties to Xbox Live.
So
to
the
thank you screen on
pre-reveal,
Reach,
what is it? Just like a
T1
bunch of
Alpha,
testimonials, stuff like
to
that?
my girlfriend showing up on the corner of my
I mean, I'm not
bed
mad
with
at
a
it.
Destiny
They got some pretty
PS4
dope
to play
artwork in here.
to Rift at E3 and the Blacksmith Shader, to getting to see Destiny 2 at E3 with Tess, to her marrying me, and to old friends still playing Halo at our wedding. to Day One Deepstone Crypt,
Mhm.
so many raids,
Fucking
so many
A-Tracks.
friends, and to Tess still playing Destiny.
Did not
with
want to
me
die.
every week. Bungie has personally given me 20 years of fantastic memories, and I am forever grateful. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. This artwork is crazy. Some people are just like super creative.
As a content creator, I strive to build my community on positivity and compassion. My community, TCAT, has evolved into such an important part of my life and has helped me create lifelong friendships. I've met so many amazing people online and in real life because of the extravagant world created by Bungie and a little old game called Destiny. Some of my favorite memories include traveling to Bungie to reveal the Taken King, going to GCX and meeting so many amazing people, and raising money for St. Jude. I will cherish all of these memories, and I cannot wait to make more.
Yo llevo siendo jugadora de Destiny desde la beta del 1 y yo diría que lo mejor de mi experiencia ha sido toda la gente que he conocido y lo que este juego me ha permitido mejorarme y superarme como jugadora. Lo más gratificante para mí han sido las experiencias en raids de día 1, la competitividad que estos generan y los retos en solitario que esta magnífica entrega te permite realizar. Así que vamos a por otros 30 años, Bungie.
So my clan, Peasant Guard, was formed through a love of Destiny, and it's made up of players from the UK, America and Norway. And my favourite Bungie moment, something that will stay with me forever, is after a year of playing together online, we were all contacted by Bungie and asked if we'd like to be flown out to Germany to meet in person and to have that moment captured in a mini documentary. And that happened over 6 years ago now, and it always brings a smile to my face whenever I think about it. So yeah, no question, that was my favourite Bungie moment.
I am a former drug addict, and playing Destiny 1 kicked my drug addiction. And on my 5-year sober mark, I actually got the Titan Hunter Warlock class logos tattooed on me. And I also want to thank you guys for consistently putting out great games that help build a community. I have a lot of my friends worldwide, both here in the US, UK, Australia, and Europe, from playing Destiny and Destiny 1. So happy birthday, Bungie, and those are two of my main Bungie memories.
I think it all starts with going home after school every day and playing Halo 3 custom games all night. Trash Compactor, Tremors, Duck Hunt, so many fantastic options, Stairway to Heaven. And then I think the moment I really got into Destiny and just fell in love with that game was during the Vault of Glass. Back then, exotics are really uncommon, and one of our teammates had a hard light. No one had ever seen it before, so we're all like, dude, what the heck is that gun? And he just goes, watch this. And of course, starts shooting off the walls, and we see all the bullets ricochet everywhere, and it was that moment I knew I was hooked.
Mein erstes Spiel von Bungie war tatsächlich als Destiny 1. Und Destiny hat mein Leben verändert. Ich wurde durch Destiny zu einem Content Creator, der auf YouTube Videos hochlädt und auf Twitch streamt. Ich wurde auf verschiedene Messen und auf verschiedene Events eingeladen, wo ich einiges erlebt habe. Ich habe sogar Justin Truman, den heutigen Game Director, kennengelernt und mich mit ihm über Destiny unterhalten. Das ist eine ganz, ganz große Ehre. Außerdem habe ich sehr viele Bekanntschaften, sehr viele Freunde über das Spiel kennengelernt, wo ich heute sagen würde, das sind teilweise meine besten Freunde. Ja, Destiny ist geil.
Flash forward to me as an adult discovering Destiny for the first time, walking out of the Cosmodrome, seeing that fallen walker, taking it down and just feeling like such an awesome, powerful force to be reckoned with. I was in love with the fantasy of the game. And that was before I knew anything of the Destiny community, which really has captured my heart. Thank you so much, Bungie, for creating this world, this community of gamers where I've found real friends, clanmates, been able to talk to people and interact with people who have inspired me throughout the years to launch my own community.
Bungie me ha aportado durante todos estos años algo increíble. Destiny forma parte de mi vida desde hace mucho tiempo y sin duda lo mejor que tiene este juego es que he podido conocer a personas maravillosas y poder realizar actividades con esta gente, tener su apoyo y su compañía a la hora de querer mejorar, no tiene precio. Espero poder seguir durante muchos años más en este mundo y poder esperar con mucha ilusión y mucho hype todo lo que está por venir.
My favorite memory from a Bungie game has to come from September 2016. It's a work night, and we're about done with a Wrath of the Machine raid when my friend messages us and says, "You know that ARG puzzle that Bungie put out? We solved it. Here's a map. Go stand in these very specific spots in the raid and see what happens." So we do it, and these two monitors turn on, and they start spitting out ones and zeros. And someone on the team's like, "That's binary. I think that means we need to stand here and over there." Then, the mysterious diamond in the center of the room opens up, revealing the next step in a quest to get Outbreak Prime, an exotic weapon. And we're losing it. I stay up all night, finishing the quest. I get maybe 2 hours of sleep before work the next day. Figuring out how to open up the diamond in the Wrath of the Machine raid is my favorite memory, because it combines the two things about Bungie games that keeps me coming back: unraveling mysteries and sharing experiences with other people.
Telling me my frame rate's too high? Get out of here with that. Probably before the actual reveal, I will restart this stream. I need to turn it down to 60. It's too high right now. Come on, be easy.
Like, there really have been so many special memories. I had 2 reoccurring Trials dates every week when Trials of Osiris was going on. One of them was for Dr. Bro Snaps, and then the other one was on Monday nights. I would play Trials of Chill Cyrus with some friends that I met online. One of them, Dopa, I got to go to his wedding a couple of years ago, which was really cool. We've been friends IRL now for years. And the other one is my boyfriend of 5 years now. And I still can't believe how crazy it is that Destiny brought me to Twitch, which introduced us to each other. And as a result now, we have another little guardian. She's a future hunter main for sure. But she quite literally would not exist if it wasn't for Bungie / Destiny and Trials of Osiris.
I think another one of my favorite moments was the D2 reveal event. And I don't think there will ever be an event that will match that. And I could be wrong, but the room was shaking. Everyone was so excited. Everyone was screaming. You didn't have to tell them to get excited because you could feel the energy in the room. Everyone was hyped. There was like this vibration in the room of how excited everyone was. And it was just, I remember just holding Watts' hands while the trailer was going on, and Zavala just came down, bubbled up, and I'm pretty sure we cried together. We cried while holding hands watching the cinematic trailer for the D2 event. So I remember that being such a huge moment, and I just knew that I was a part of something that was way bigger than I thought.
I think that my favorite Bungie memories are always probably going to be my childhood LAN parties I would have growing up with my friends. And then even into college with like Halo Reach when it launched, I remember running down to like the college store and getting my copy there. But as an adult, I don't think I could ever replace the memories I have about the day one raiding I've done with my friends. Just being faced with a colossal challenge and defeating it with some of your best friends, there's just nothing quite like it.
My clan math class in 2016 rented out a house for PAX, and easily one of my favorite memories through all of this has been being in that house with them for a few days, just hanging out, everybody chilling together, and just having a really, really good time. So I never would have had that without Bungie and Destiny. So.
Oh man, some memories, man. The memories that really, really, truly brought me back was Destiny 1. And we played Baldur's Glass week 2. We didn't play it on the week of release, we played it on week 2. And when we first experienced the raids, me and the boys from work, I didn't really know too many people. We went in that raid, man, and we defeated the first encounter. We beat it the first encounter.
You know, the thing about Bungie memories for me is that it's memories of my friends, because Bungie games are about friends. It's 4 friends sitting in a room, everybody with their own Xbox, everybody with their own TV, and everybody yelling at each other because the one person keeps bringing the gravity hammer into the elevator, killing all of us. It's Destiny with a crew, 6 people, tired, long night, and you haven't beat the raid boss, and you want to beat that raid boss, and the last run it works, and you yell for 25 minutes before you log off.
had just moved to the States, and the very first friend that I made here was a Guardian that I found in the Cosmodrome. And that Guardian has been my best friend and brother for 5 years now, and that was only the beginning of a very special relationship with Destiny for me. Some of the most beautiful moments of my life have been driven and shared by the Destiny community, including coming out and watching hundreds of people that I didn't even know just come together to show love and support and solidarity. In that moment, I knew that I had found a home away from home, and this game and this community constantly reminds me that we're not Guardians just in name, we truly are bearers of light.
What's up, man? Yeah, if you guys just want to have a seat, and it's just literally recording a conversation, so.
All right. What could go wrong?
So I was 11 when you started the company, but but you were not that much older. Like you weren't that much older. Like what is the take me all the way back
I
to
guess
the
that's true.
Take me all the way back to the moment where you're like, I want to do this.
Yeah. There's a funny thing for like a lot of my life. When people would ask me, like how did this start? I'd be like, I don't know. It was kind of weird. I just started making games, and it seemed like it was fun, and I kept doing it. And when I really started thinking back to my childhood, like I've been obsessed with how like rules can change human behavior, and how you can all agree to play a card game by a certain set of rules. And the adults that I was observing, as a kid they could play cards all night and laugh and interact in whatever way that they did. And yet you could take a different set of rules, for example, a set of rules that a 5-year-old made with the best of intentions, and the adults would like nod and laugh, but they would only play that game for 3 minutes. And like that is like always fascinated me. And I realized, like looking back on it, that I've been doing that my whole life, and it like irritated my friends, and they didn't want to play. I mean, because we start as a game designer and you suck. Like you're terrible. Like your games are horrible. I mean, they're not even games. They're just it's almost, you're just like a little tyrant trying to get people to do things. And I remember like I probably spent like weeks building this like really complex pen and paper adventure game on index cards, and I'd like drawn pictures of monsters and everything like this. And I remember finally getting, a friend to play it at school, and it was like the first dice roll, like some creature like killed his character or something. It was just like the worst possible, like outcome. And I was like in 4th grade or something, but some kids look at the garbage truck and are like, that big, powerful machine, like that's what I want to be. But to me, it was the deck of cards. Like, I want to know how to control that. Like that, like power to build an experience that when people come into it, they leave with a smile on their face or more connected to the people around them. Yeah, I've been doing that forever. It's kind of crazy. Way before computers. And then of course, right, I saw games on computers and I was like, wow.
My perception, based on all of our time together, has actually been like you are more interested in the making of them in a bunch of ways than playing them. Like playing games isn't like it's not an explicit hobby of yours. Like you're educating yourself. It's more work, but it's like you're always making stuff.
Yeah, I think this is true, and I feel a little bit like guilty about it sometimes because I think it is the most dangerous thing as a designer to enjoy the making more than the playing, right? Because the number of things you can enjoy making is infinitely larger than the number of things that you can enjoy playing, right? Much less other people can enjoy playing. And so, yeah, what you say is true, and I feel like it's sort of like an addiction that I've had to fight so that I make things that are worthwhile. Because it's, the whole shtick to me is about, touching other people, like somehow.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about kind of the origin. I want to jump ahead again. I'm going to jump to my life, 2004. I remember I finished the campaign for Halo 2, and my friends and I got distracted a bunch by the multiplayer, and I finished it the same night I finished Metal Gear 3. And after I finished both of those games, I went and watched this Vidoc, the documentary that, like, I look at now, and I met a bunch of y'all, and I'm like, oh, I didn't pick up on all the like human suffering in this documentary the first time I watched it.
Do I get to sign your?
No. Do you remember this?
I looked for it actually before I came in today. I don't think I have it anymore.
You don't?
Yeah, no, I remember the sweatshirt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what is this from? Like, what is this actually? I've like wondered this. Like, what is this? It was just like, what?
Yeah, it said Osiris on it. I thought it looked cool, and yeah, I bought it. I have no idea. Sadly. Right. Yeah, I have no idea what it was.
Yeah, I still, to this day, I remember the sweatshirt, right?
Yeah,
and this is this moment that I became like aware that humans make these things, because otherwise it was like magic, right? Like, there's nothing in 2004 about, look at these developers making stuff that you care about. That's not, like, there wasn't really much of, like, the internet sucked too. Like, you didn't have like, look, you can access these people, and none of that. It was a totally different time. So I'm watching this documentary, and this dude shows up, and so the paraphrase is like, it's like the cynical gamers who something doesn't grab us in 5 minutes, we're gonna turn it off. And it was like, I was like, oh my God, it's like I was spoke to, and I have I'm like an English degree, like I can't make games, I couldn't write any couldn't write code or anything. I just remember feeling as like a player, like super duper spoke to in that moment. And so we come out of the building a game, like building it by yourself, and talk now about like the team has changed. Like building teams has changed. Like the way you think about building teams has changed. The way like in the however many years I've been at Bungie now, in the fifth, like the way the company approaches building teams have changed. So all the way back to Halo 2, like building the team for Halo 1 and Halo 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think if like past Jason was here, he would disagree with a lot of stuff that I'm going to say, but I think compared to the intentionality that we, try, sometimes exhibit, know we should have about building teams and how important teams are. Back then, it was almost just this, snowball that was rolling downhill of people who, liked our games and came to the company, and, then, snowball rolled a little faster, and it was just a bunch of people trying to do their best, trying to recreate the feelings that they had, when they played games. And you can get pretty far on passion and talent, but it sometimes makes things really hard when you're not being thoughtful about the organization of the team, the design of the product relative to the resources and time you have. And yeah, it made Halo 2 super challenging for a bunch of reasons, but yeah, I don't know. I guess that's, and past Jason would tell me, like, you're an idiot. We were thinking about all that stuff. You just had to learn. But like, when I look back, like, he wasn't thinking about that stuff,
What was he thinking about?
I mean, he was just thinking about the game. But I mean, I don't know. I always think, I think my past self is like not really that sharp because I mean, every year we've learned so much, I feel. And so I look back and I think that, that guy must be an idiot. Because look at all the stuff I learned just this year on Halo 1. Like I didn't know anything. But I go back and I found one of the notebooks from Halo 1. Like that guy wasn't an idiot. Like, I mean, there's stuff that, he didn't know, but there's a lot of like super interesting exploration and thought and like possibilities that, didn't end up at the game in there. And so I don't know what to make of that. Cause I feel like I've learned so much, but when I go back, I'm sort of like blown away by, what was happening in my mind.
It's pretty embarrassing when I think about I think about my life in terms of decades and like what are like the big lessons from the decades. And when I like articulate one of the like a lesson from my 30s, it's like so embarrassing. Give me one from yours.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, I started Destiny 1 not understanding the value of having at least somebody on the team who cares more than anybody else about what the team is missing, what the team isn't admitting, who on the team isn't talking to each other, where on the team are our dreams incompatible with the calendar, or our dreams incompatible with our ability, or our dreams incompatible with the hardware that we need to run on. And I saw production as, a calendar and a schedule. And it's true that a schedule is a thing that you use to sort of test people's understanding of reality in the sense of, can the things we want to do fit in the time that we think we have, and how are we tracking against that? But I saw it as like an end in itself. And of course it irritated me and I, didn't pay attention to it. But God, like embracing all that stuff is a thing that will be, front and center in anything that I do. Anything I do in the future. I think it's making sure everyone on the team has an objective understanding of reality and doing anything you can to fix it when that isn't true. I didn't understand that when I started Destiny 1. Destiny 1 made me understand that.
So what I want to talk about now is where computers are heading.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it going?
AR is going to be the thing that displaces mobile. Like I'm so sure of that. I'm so sure we're all going to be wearing glasses, and all the TVs are going to go in a landfill. All those companies are going to go out of business. All the cracks in our ceiling are going to get fixed in our glasses. Like so many people are going to end up with virtual pets and windows out to the Taj Mahal or the Eiffel Tower. And maybe it'll be 20 years. Like, I think it's going to be a lot sooner than that. And I think it's going to be really interesting. And when it happens, like the reason that you're going to know it's going to take over the whole world is everybody's going to laugh at it. Like everybody's going to think it's ridiculous. When the iPhone, came out, the stuff people were saying to like not admit that they were holding like a, chunk of the sun in their hands that was going to change the world. Like the stuff people said was ridiculous. And people are going to do that again. And the other interesting thing about AR is if you have AR, you have to have local compute because you need high frame rate.
He's saying,
you need to be able to render all kinds of crazy
he's
stuff.
He's saying
like
AR.
Right there, like, within.
So I'm assuming he's talking about like augmented reality.
Which means I think all the cloud computing stuff.
That's the only thing that I could think.
We're not going to transition fully to thin client.
Come from those acronyms.
Those might be my two predictions.
Augmented reality. That would make sense.
AR displaces mobile. Like 100%.
If it means something like completely different, I would be surprised.
How are we going to get ready for that? we got it's
it's a great question, and
how would you get ready for something like that?
Like we already are. Like I don't think what's going to happen is there's going to be a whole new slew of games that can only happen in AR. I mean, there's definitely going to be some, but I think in a lot of cases, what's going to happen is people are going to, throw away their TV and have a way bigger TV, or they're going to go to a totally virtual space that has a bigger, screen. And they might play some tabletop or strategy games in a different way. But I think people are always going to be playing first-person shooters, with some kind of input device on like a virtual, window in their visual field. And so I think a bunch of the stuff that we're great at doesn't, get tipped over by this.
Thing we're great at, right? So let's go all the way back. Bungie games, someday. Not the company's still there, but I think a lot about my life through the lens of what would go on my tombstone. I just do. I think it's like completely busted. I don't think it's like a thing a normal, like reasonably sane human being would do. But I think it's a simple way of summarizing your existence, and it's the acknowledgement that these existences sometimes come to an end. The question I want to ask is about Bungie's epitaph. What is that simple distillation of what Bungie is? The tombstone-worthy distillation.
I was on the 271 coming back across the bridge home, one night on the bus, and these two guys in front of me were talking, at first about college. Like they were older, but they'd obviously like gone to college together, and I think they worked together. And at some point they started talking about Halo, and I think it was Halo 2 for them. And they weren't really talking about how much Halo meant to them. They were talking about, and they weren't really talking about how much they meant to each other, but that's what they were doing, is they were sharing those stories of, where they were and what they were doing and how they were feeling. And, that moment, that's like still keeping me going. I mean, that might fuel me for the rest of my life. And it's not the only time that's happened, but you get a few of those, and, that's all I want. It's just people sharing memories in an experience that, wouldn't have existed without, you bleeding buckets of blood into the, whatever code or design or something like that. That's what, two people having an experience that they wouldn't have had, if you hadn't created, what you created. Like that's, I don't know. That's what matters. That's what matters to me.
We're done.
All right, hold up. I need to restart my stream. BRB.
This is what I brought you here to see.
Beyond light!
Stay